Alright, so there are a few other ways we can add some effects to this to make it look a little better. One way is creating a vignette around the outside of our frame to draw the attention into the middle. So to do that, we create a new solid layer. We make it black, go to OK. Then we go to the ellipse tool and we double click it. Now, inside the mask here, it's already highlighted. We click on either subtract or we go to inverted. From there, we open up the tab and then we start moving around these parameters. Okay, so that's okay, and then we will go to maybe a little less. Do something like that. Okay, let's rename this vignette. And let's toggle it off and on so we can see what it does. Just adds a little bit of depth. The next thing we can do is add a hotspot in the middle. Let's do solid. Let's make it white. Let's go to OK. And then we'll do the exact same thing. Double click. But this time we don't need to invert it. We'll just open it up. And we can go all the way out to something like that. But this time mask expansion. We'll make it much smaller. And then we can start rolling that back until we get something we like. So that's okay for now. And then what we'll do is we'll place that, we'll click and drag it and place it below. And the vignette will be behind as well. Let's tweak some colors a little bit. Let's go to solid settings on the background layer and let's make it a nicer color. Okay, let's make the white solid slightly off-white, slightly into the blues a little bit. Okay, another thing we can do is go up here and type in flare, generate lens flare, and we will place it on our title. Now what this does when placed over a text effect is it creates a lens flare that only shows up inside the letters, and you can actually animate it from one side all the way through it. So this is a great way to have some light and change of color moving through your text. So the first thing we want to do is go to about there, place the flare center somewhere around here, somewhere along the bottom. And then as we animate across, the top part of the flare will pass through it. So we just have to try to find the sweet spot. So let's go up there, and that looks good. Okay, so we'll start there. Okay, we will turn on the flare brightness and the flare center. And then we will go to the very end. And then we will move the flare all the way across. And all the way to the top. So through the text it goes like that all the way through it. So let's go to the middle here. And we'll change the brightness to about that. Okay, so the next thing we'll do is we'll go to the beginning and we will watch it. Okay, and that brings us to the end of this lesson. We created a very basic motion graphic title. That is pretty much the starting point to all motion graphic titles, where you have some animation with a text file, you have some gradient colors in the background, and you have some sort of color change throughout the text. Alright, and in the next lesson we will see how to address the issue with the banding here that it's going on in the background.